All right, welcome back, you guys, to our little vlog series. And today we're connecting you with Carol Bell. So, Carol, I'll switch it over to you. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Carol Bell. I am a registered dietitian and licensed massage therapist here at Table Health. We are a functional medicine collective. So what that means is we're a group of medical and some non-medical providers, and we specialize in lifestyle medicine. So food and exercise and wellness and getting more sleep, how to do that. So we help people feel better, live better, work better.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And for those of you who, follow some of our classes and things like that, we partner with Table Health and Carol before with some different classes. So in the future, make sure you look for those too. But today, Carol, what are you going to be sharing with our audience?
Well, I've got a variety of things here. A lot of people have been asking for some suggestions. What do I cook if I'm not shopping as frequently? And I did the same thing. When you asked me to do this video, I went into my pantry this morning and said, let's see what's in there. And I found a lot of grains and vegetables and things that store well when I do shop. Those things I try to eat up first, the lettuces and things that go fairly quickly. And then you're kind of left with a lot of odds and ends. So what I thought I'd talk about today are doing some grain salads for dinner because they're really versatile and they last a while. You can feed a large group or a small number of people pretty easily. And basically, I pick a grain, something like brown rice or wild rice. This is quinoa here. This is wild rice. I've got some millet soaking here in my jar. Buckwheat. So there's a lot of different whole grains to choose from, and they are really nutritious. They store a long time. And like I said, they're inexpensive and easy to make. If you can basically cook pasta or rice, you can make one of these grain salads pretty easily. A lot of people will say, hey, Carol, do I need to soak the grains? And I like to. It improves the flavor for me. It also improves the digestibility and the availability of a lot of nutrients. So I just cover it in a jar, and you can kind of shake them up a little bit and then let them soak for whatever time you have, 30 minutes, an hour, 8 hours. You can pick and choose. Like I said, once it's done soaking, then I just drain it off. I have a little strainer. I just pour the soaked grains through my strainer and then dump that in my pan and cook it as I would rice. Just add 1 cup of grain for every 2 cups of water. And then that comes out nice. Millet takes about maybe 25 minutes on the stove to cook from start to finish. And then you want maybe about 10 minutes of resting time for it to just finish absorbing all of the moisture so that it's got a nice texture to it. And then once I'm finished with that, then I will scrounge around in the fridge, look for what kind of vegetables or flavors I might add. I've given you all a recipe to follow, which you don't necessarily have to follow it to the letter. A good grain salad has 3 parts. It has a cooked grain, some kind of dressing, which I'll talk about here in a minute, and then some vegetables and flavors, really. You can use frozen vegetables. So if all you have are some frozen green beans or frozen peas and a grain, hey, great, put it together. You cook the grain, you dump in the frozen peas and stir in a little bit of dressing, voila, done. Maybe you want something a little more elaborate. I happen to have some lemon, ginger, onion, garlic. I haven't decided exactly what I'll put in it, but I found a squash, and this is probably too big to put the whole thing in there. So I might just, trim off the end and take my peeler, and I'll peel just the end of it and use just a little bit of the squash and maybe cook it or steam it or saute it somehow. You can roast vegetables if you like. I also found in my fridge some cauliflower, and I also probably won't use this whole thing. I might use maybe a third or half of it and just cut it up, steam them up. And then once the grain is done, again, toss these colorful vegetables in with the grain. And if you happen to have herbs, dried herbs or fresh herbs, you can use those, even just, Italian seasoning, sprinkle a little bit of that. And then the last component would be a dressing. And those of you that know me, I do a lot with dressings because I think the ones at the grocery store are not high quality ingredients sometimes. Just depends on what you buy. They have MSG or something undesirable in it. But a dressing is basically oil and vinegar. So an olive oil or an avocado oil is great. You can use balsamic vinegar or maybe even just lemon juice, something sour. And then the rest is flavor. So I'm going to make a little dressing here. So I use my jar. I have a lot of little jars. So I'm going to use a little bit of some agave. You can also use honey or maple syrup or none at all. And you use equal parts of a little bit something sweet, maybe a little bit of vinegar. I don't even measure anymore. I just kind of eyeball and go, oh, that looks about half and half. Or maybe I'll taste it, take a little spoon and taste it. If it's sweet enough, that's nice. Get my lid. Usually if it's honey is very thick and sticky, and you have to warm that up a little bit. The agave is a little more forgiving. So I just shake that up. And this is a great point where I could add maybe some pepper, maybe a little pinch of salt. If I wanted to, I could put in some smashed garlic or dried herbs or fresh herbs, whatever I had in my cupboards at home. And then I might add a little bit of olive oil. You can add more or less. I'm not a big, drench my salad in oil kind of person, so I add just a little bit of that. And again, shake it up in my jar. Voila, salad dressing. So, hey! So it's pretty versatile. You can add a little tomato paste if you like French dressing, or maybe some yogurt if you like ranch. I might use lemon juice and a little bit of yogurt together. So the dressings are fairly easy. Once you mix that together, then you pour it on your green salad and toss everything together. I gave you some pictures of some of the ones I've created in the past, and I hope you enjoy them.
Oh, that sounds so good. I was hungry before, but now I'm really hungry. That is fantastic. Thank you so much, Carol. And that's such an easy way. Dressings can sometimes be intimidating for some of us. We don't know how to flavor that new grain in our life, or maybe, we have a lot of time right now. So it's fun to be able to experiment. So thank you.
All right, and I'll be doing a few more cooking videos coming up here in the next few weeks as we are closed down and in our houses. So I'll be reaching out to you through the Table Health Facebook page as well. So if you haven't discovered us there, then find us at tablehealthtc.com, and there'll be more just like this. So we're so glad that you tuned in today. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to share with our listeners today? Any other tips on staying healthy or sane in this time?
Yeah, I'd say, give yourself permission to fritter. I think I get a sense that a lot of people feel the need to really keep pushing and pushing. And I think this is a great opportunity that many of us have been looking for, to cancel everything, to relax, rejuvenate, clean out a drawer, and just fritter and just do nothing, or maybe not. Maybe, it's a nice day today, so hey, the sun's coming out, so maybe use that opportunity to get outside. We live in a great place. So, I'm confident this will all blow up.
I am too. It just is going to take a little time and being a little stricter, but you know what? This gives us time to do other things. It's not like all of our things are taken away from us. We can still get outside. We can still cook. We can still go to the grocery store. That's all the things we can do.
Yeah. So to all of you that say, I don't have time to cook, now you do.
Perfect. Exactly. Awesome. Well, thank you again, Carol. We appreciate your time and your energy and your expertise always. So have a good rest of your day and stay well.
Great. Thanks so much.